first thing that somebody needs to do is take a deep breath and don't panic. No one ever makes a good decision by panicking. After they've had that done and they get a chance to gather themselves, then what they need to do is to get a copy of whatever the litigation papers are and take a look at them. In the paperwork, they'll probably find a summons, and the summons will have on it either a date certain with a specific time for the response, or it will have paperwork or have a stated deadline in terms of a number of days after service. In federal court, for example, that's 20 days. In state court in Kansas, depending upon whether the company is an in-state company or out-of-state, they'll either have 21 days after service or 30, but regardless, it's important to look at the paperwork and determine from the paperwork when the response is due. If the company is an LLC or is set up like an LLC or a corporation, in Kansas and in fact virtually every state, the company will have to get licensed legal counsel to represent the company, and the officers or non-lawyers cannot represent the company. And it's very important then that the company then get either its normal lawyer involved or to retain counsel to help them with the lawsuit. Once the deadlines are established and legal counsel is involved, it's probably going to be a really good idea to determine whether or not there's insurance company or insurance coverage that's going to be applicable to the claim that's made in the lawsuit or any potential counterclaims. The best way to do that is to get the insurance policy out itself and to take a look at it. And again, that's probably a job best done by legal counsel or insurance agents that maybe exist. The next thing to do is to really gather and to try to determine what evidence there is and to preserve it, such as emails, texts, documents, drafts of documents. Witnesses need to be identified and interviewed. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in order to determine what defenses may exist to a lawsuit, but also determine whether or not the company has a claim back against the company that's filed the lawsuit. What we try to do is to be very aggressive in gathering the information and determining what rights the company has and what defenses they have, and then also determining whether or not there's a counterclaim. We always do that by coming out and meeting with the clients or having the clients come in and meet with us. And it's very important then to start examining all of these records and documents and making sure that everything that's going to be applicable to the lawsuit is gathered and preserved. When our clients notify us about a lawsuit that's been filed on, one of the things that's always on the client's mind is, what's this going to cost? I mean, how difficult is this going to be for the company to try to be able to defend itself or to prosecute a claim? What we do at Martin Pringle is to try to evaluate the lawsuit, evaluate what the potential losses are, what the potential recoveries are going to be, and then make decisions with the client about staffing. That may mean that we'll have more than one lawyer involved, or more than one legal assistant involved, or it may mean that there's really only one lawyer that's appropriate that needs to be assigned to that case. What we try to do here is make sure that we've identified what the case is about and what the subject matter is, and then to find the lawyers in the office that handle those types of cases who have experience and then to be best suited to try to handle the lawsuit for the client.